Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. So my name's Jabeen. I'm a channel of Archangel Raphael, and in this live stream, Archangel Raphael is going to speak about the energies at the moment, and talk according to who's listening, give appropriate messages, maybe do clearings as well, um, and then talk about the week ahead and what to expect. So yeah, I'm just going to let Raphael come in and speak through me. I would like you to know many different types of energies at the moment in the world, many different types, and it is almost like you are able to find what is resonant with you, and then you are able to dive in and go with that flow. So, what I mean by this is that there are many different types of people who are fully awakening, and some people are very much about being authentic and true to themselves. They are very much about expressing truth, authenticity, saying it like it is for them, not holding back. They are perfecting their ability to speak openly, to be absolutely true to themselves at all times. They are not necessarily the ones who will lead others spiritually. They are not necessarily conveying higher messages for humanity, but what they are doing is being true to themselves, true about what they have been through. They are inspiring others to do the same. They are here to help people to be more free in their expression, to be truthful about their experiences. So they will appeal to those of you who are trying to actually be more authentic and true. Let go of conditioning, let go of old alliances who held you back from being yourself and expressing truth. What I will say is that this is one part of life that is fully awakening at the moment. People are speaking out about their experiences, ones which are normally kept hidden, whether it is about bearing children, or being sexually abused, or being mistreated in a relationship in some other way, whether it is about things which have been hidden for a long time, secret societies where there have been activities which have been dark and dire, whether it is about their true life experiences, perhaps in the limelight, perhaps being in some field that is considered glamorous, where there has been a lot of destructive behaviour. So a lot of people will be speaking out at this time about their true life experiences, being open and honest, and they will inspire others to do the same, help to heal that part of humanity where people who have had negative life experiences are perhaps shunned and silenced in different ways, often by the perpetrators of these crimes, of these things, or sometimes simply because no one wants to hear about this part of life. So that is what I see is going on in one part of life, and that part is very active at the moment. And then there is another part that is much more about going deeper into the oneness and expressing it in various ways. So this can be through sound and music, it can be through dance, can be through other types of creative pursuits. It can be simply through a way of being more greatly aligned to the light, living in the flow more, experiencing more magic and synchronicity, experiencing new things as a result of going deeper into the light. So, this is another part of life that is more fully awakening at the moment, which is creating a greater range of expression of the divine in terms of the higher qualities, in terms of qualities of oneness and grace, actually a true true living experience of this, whether it is by relating to one another in a much deeper way, which is actually more filled with light. So it is not necessarily about personal expression, it is about something deeper coming through, which is actually then able to be expressed in various ways. It is almost like this part of life is about actually going deeper and transcending personal life experiences, because perhaps these have already been dealt with and transmuted, and going deeper into aspects of the oneness and expressing these. So it is also about authenticity, but a different type, an authenticity that is about being true to the deepest part of who you are, the oneness, the light that resides within all beings, and going deeply into this and finding ways of expressing it in the world. I hope this makes sense, because it is like there are many people who are doing this kind of work at the moment, who are really wanting to express these higher aspects, make them known on earth, available to all beings through music, sound, or however it is being expressed. So this is another part that is awakening. And then there is one more part I wish to speak about, and that is because it will inspire you to hear this. So there is another part that is about actually combining these energies together. So this part is actually about taking this authenticity, this expression, this personal expression, and combining it with much higher aspects as well, and then seeing what happens. And it is almost like this aspect of life is interested in actually really deeply going into personal life, but in a new way, where there is actually a much higher energy involved. And this part of life is actually something that is really new. It is actually something that is only just emerging, because there are some things people did not realize were even possible in the world. And what I would like to share about this is that I do see many of you here will fit into this category. It is something really new, actually. So it is almost like there are ways that you are able to express personal life experiences, authenticity that is really your own expression of what you are going through inside. It is really yours based on your own life experiences. And then you are able to actually bring in a much deeper, higher light, access this from within, attune to it. And it is like this that you are actually able to transform these experiences into something new, a new type of higher expression that you are able to share with the world. And what I mean by this is that it is about going much deeper into quite dark things, even. And you are able to really get right to the bottom of things and share information, knowledge, or even make music based on this. And this is the really interesting part, because it is actually new. Because in the past, there were certain energies that were not able to be easily transmuted by the light, because they were so hidden and dark and kept secret. And as you go much deeper and bring very high aspects of light into them, it is almost like something unravels, and there are some much deeper mysteries which are uncovered, which can be shared. And this is the newness that will come through a lot of people here, actually. And it is almost like it is a completely new energy. So it is not simply about sharing personal information, being authentic, and it is not simply about expressing very high aspects of light, making these available to people so they can feel these higher energies and feel the depth of love and oneness that is possible on earth. It is about actually really combining these things together. And through that, it really does make a very interesting aspect of life come to life, which is actually about being able to combine all these energies together and come up with something new, come up with new information, new insights, completely new energies. And these energies will then be able to be transmitted to every single person, and it will free people from the deepest shadow within, transmute it automatically. So the energy that is actually going to really transform things on a much deeper level. And what I want you to know is that the first two groups are needed as well. And it is like there is a third group of people who are starting to emerge, who are about both energies. Perhaps they are the sort of people who have not really fitted really into any aspect of life before, perhaps being too light in order to simply be about personal expression, personal truth only, and perhaps having had a lot to deal with, so not simply being about expressing higher aspects of light and making this available, perhaps not quite knowing their place. But this third group is emerging, which is able to actually inform other aspects of life more deeply and fully, and help dissolve away the darkness on a larger scale than ever before. And what I want you to know is that a lot of what I am sharing here does apply to you, to all of you listed. What I would like to share is that as this particular group emerges more and more into the world, there will be nothing left to be afraid of, because everything will be able to be illuminated in a deeper way, in a grounded way, but also in a very light hearted way. And this is really what the world is waiting for at the moment, in order to then be able to fully free itself of the negativity and darkness that has been. So, what I want to share is that this is very important, and this is something that I would like to help to prepare all of you for, help you to go deeper into your own personal stories and put in a very high light there to transform it, so you can gather your own information, you can gather your own wisdom, your light, and express it in whatever way you are meant to. I also am sharing this because I want you to know that when you have been through a lot of trauma, a lot of dark energy has been in your life, perhaps, it is really good to actually be very open to receiving more and more light around it, because through this it actually becomes easier to deal with. It is then able to be cleared from the place it all started. And this is what I want you to focus on, keep your attention on. And I also want all of you to know that there is a lot that is coming next in all your lives. There is a lot of clarity, a lot that will come. And I want you to look forward to this. And whilst you still go through the debris, you are going to find that there are times you feel a bit confused, a bit like there is a lot going on, but there is going to be a much brighter light that will emerge shortly for all of you in one way or another that will take you forwards rather fast. I am giving these messages because I want you to keep the larger vision of your lives alive during all the internal processes that you are on. I also would like you to know that there is no such thing as ever needing to be with people unless you want to in this new age. It is not the sort of age that is about trying to keep your social life going because it is the right thing to do, because you believe that you must not isolate yourself, stay connected. Your connection will be coming from within from now on in all ways. So if you are feeling connected from within to something deeper, something that is all encompassing of all life, then you will automatically always be a part of life. It is not about whether you are choosing to connect with people at a certain time or not. And what I want you to know is focusing on this connection to the light of oneness that connects you to all other life is really the key to being connected to life. It is not about what you do or don't do. And what I want to communicate is that it is important to let go at this time of anything that you consider the right thing to do and focus on what feels good to you. Access a part of you that is really feeling into what is right and go with that and trust that it will always take you to a place of deeper connection with yourself and others, the right people. I also want you to know that no one is asking those of you who are struggling at the moment to be participating in life fully. Give yourselves the time you need. Don't be in a rush. There is nothing to rush around for. Stay with yourselves and be with what is. And this is ultimately that what will take you forwards the fastest. I do have more messages to give you. I would like you to know that there does need to be a deeper resolve in some of you to actually be going deeper. And by this, I mean a commitment made by you internally to do this. It is really important to have this resolve. And it doesn't need to be hard work, but by making this intention, you will automatically be taken there. I also want you to know that deepening your resolve is not the same as forcing yourself to do something. It is simply about making decisions, trusting the flow of life to take you there. But also, it is about being willing to engage as well. And even a few moments of engaging with deeper parts will produce results which will be far more than you could achieve in other ways. It is really important at the moment to have this commitment to going deep in order to move forwards in a way that is much more efficient, faster, and without effort. I have one more message to give, and that is there is going to be no such thing in the near future as anyone being left out of life. There is something really changing, and being included in life is important for everyone. Nobody will be left out. Even those who need some space from others will always be included. They will always be considered by others. What I'm really trying to say is life is not really in any way supporting this energy of leaving some people out anymore. It tends to be the other way. And when people are left out, someone will quickly notice and that person will be brought in again. What I'm really trying to say is remember that when you have felt left out in life, excluded, perhaps even deliberately at times, you may remember this as being very painful, feeling very hard, and as a result, you may feel you need to try to be included, make a point to be a part of life. And I want those of you who feel like this to know that you don't have to try. It is about simply focusing on yourself, clearing what you need to, and you will be included. And I would like to share that in the past, sometimes people were excluded because perhaps their energy was not welcome. Perhaps what they had been through, it was too difficult for others to deal with. The energies they carried as a result of difficult life experiences. Perhaps people considered them as unworthy even of being given attention for some reason. Perhaps there was something that had been misunderstood, or perhaps it can be for some other reason. But this is no longer the case, and it is going to all change, turn around. I have no more messages. I want you to know that the week ahead is going to be a combination of things, a combination of energies which are rather good, but also some heavier ones which will be coming through from the types of energies that some people will be attuning to, because there is still a lot of chaos and fear that some people are tuned to. Chaos and fear around all sorts of things, things which are about everyday life, such as the cost of living rising, or things which are going on in the world, or other things, things which feel like a threat to life generally. And what I want you to know is that although it can feel like these are real things, they do create a lot of fear in people, a lot of chaos, and it is really good for you to generally stay connected to your own inner processes, what is going on the inside, and attune to what you would like in your life. What I will say about these energies is that they are transient. The energies that affect everyday life quickly change, and the more that you go within, clear, feel fear and chaos from within, the more quickly actually the collective energies will change. And what I will also say is that when it comes living, rising, I would like to share something about this, and that is that there is a lot of abundance in the world. There is a lot that you can receive through life, more than you realize at times. And what I mean by this is that there is abundance in many different forms. It comes in many different ways. There are many different ways of actually finding what you need in the world, not just through money, but in many ways. And I would like all of you to stay in this awareness of abundance, trusting the abundance there is in the world already, the types of energies which already are grounded here on the earth plane, where there is a natural flow, an exchange between people that is very generous and dynamic and fluid, where things can be exchanged in many different ways, where there are many people who are open to this, who really appreciate being able to exchange with people in a very open hearted, generous way. And as you attune to this, you will attract more and more of this into your life. And when you are with people where you can naturally have this exchange with, there is so much abundance you experience, and it does not need to be in any way relying upon the type of system you are living in. It can be independent of this. So that is what I would like you to attune to. That is all. Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening, being part of this. Um, yeah, and wishing you a very happy, joyful week ahead, and a happy weekend as well. And lots of love to all of you.